Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Air Misfit, and life is full of surprises. I had set aside today to be a day of trying to catch up on YouTube videos, trying to finish up the fish videos, so that I could try and finally get into talking about Star Wars, try and get some stuff ready to go for doing a thing. Tomorrow is another episode of Bad Batch, and then season 3 of Mandalorian is coming out, and so I wanted to try and start talking about that stuff, and had some ideas for Minecraft. I've been playing Disney Dreamlight Valley and stuff, and I was like, life has been crazy, and I mean, nothing new to me, and I've been trying to not get distracted like I did and take like over a year, 2 year gap and doing videos. I mean, and and try to at least put out a couple of videos a month until I got things going and doing stuff. And sorry, did not mean to get that close on you. I'm kind of zoning and stuff, but yeah, and I'm full of a lot of emotions and things right now, and decided to I just kind of be real with one for a minute. I had sat down to do a video about the tank behind me, and it was going to be the last kind of tank update, so you guys knew where I was going from, and then the fish tank videos and fish update videos would be intermixed in with the rest of the stuff. I wanted to get the basis done for those videos before I moved on to anything else, because I've got to work on those things when I have time to work on them, and I can't always, I didn't do a video on this stage of the process, I can't do this water change or this on the tank or whatever. I've got to take care of it, and so I'm trying not to get behind on any videos that I wanted to do on that. But sorry guys, this is I'm speaking from the heart and everything else, and just unscripted, no plan or thought, just a few feelings and things. And so I'm gonna zone, my hand's gonna go wherever. So I had sat down to do this video and had everything ready, had thought, okay, I'm trying to do unscripted videos. That feels the most natural for me. And seems to be working for me. And so I had my few talking points. I was like, okay, this is the order I want to talk about stuff for this tank. And it seems like just trying to get to this last video, it took forever for the video I did about the outdoor water fountain, ponds, all that stuff to load. And so I had hoped to get to filming this a lot sooner. And just so many other things just kept popping up that kept me from sitting down and doing this video. So I finally got everything ready to go. And I'm about to hit record. And the dogs just start going off. And I was like, I am never going to get this video done. It's just not going to happen. And I'm like, it's Tuesday, but it's starting to feel like the Mondayest Tuesday ever. Little did I know it was about to get even more Monday-ish. And so I mentioned before, our back property is on a major road, and so I get issues all the time. I mean, people throw stuff in at our dogs, harass the dogs. People walk right up along the fence or in the grass and throw trash there, and of course, just being on a major road, you get fire trucks, ambulances, police cars, things going down there. Just the likes. And so it's not uncommon for the dogs to go off. But I'm like, they really are going off. What is going on? And so I go out there and I let them out, and I see stopped in the middle of the road a vehicle. They're like right over like the center line. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? I don't see another car or anything. We've had some issues with dogs on the other side of the road that the people don't keep them contained. They have a visible fence, type thing, but they never put the collar on the dogs. And so it doesn't keep them in. And I've had to go out and save the high school students from the dogs when they've been walking home from school and other stuff, and my daughter's had issues coming home from school with them. And I was like, oh, did somebody hit one of these dogs, was my first thought. And so I start walking out to the fence and everything, and I see this guy, and I see an elderly gentleman on one of those motorized scooters, and I was like, oh, something's going on. I was like, okay, this isn't, and the first thought when the dogs were barking the way they were, I thought somebody was messing with something on the property or the fence or something like that. And then I thought, oh, somebody hit these dogs. And then I'm like, oh no, somebody needs help. And so I make sure Lionel's back, and get out the gate and go over there and, find out what's wrong. And, the elderly gentleman wanted to go to the store, and he wasn't waiting for anybody and he took his motorized scooter out, and apparently it wasn't fully charged, and it just happened to die right there. And so I'm talking with the son, and he's like, yeah, it's like, I don't have room to get, I was, working on a job or whatever, and I'm supposed to be in another job, and I don't have room in my vehicle. And so I was like, well, I've got my van here. I was like, it won't take very long. I'll just throw a few things out. We can put the scooter back there and stuff. And, then another one of my neighbors in the neighborhood that I haven't met had stopped, and it turns out this elderly gentleman lived in the apartment complex at the back of my neighborhood that connects in with our neighborhood. And so, but another guy who lives a street over from me stopped to also see what's going on. And so, the son and the other guy, they worked on getting the scooter over, because I was like, there's no way on this major road that I could park my van and get this scooter loaded. And the speed limit's 35 miles an hour, and people come around that corner, and it's a blind spot right there behind my house, flying sometimes 50, 60 miles an hour. And I was like, there's no way we're going to load it. I was like, if we can just get it to the entrance of the neighborhood, which is not maybe 100 feet. I'm bad at distances, but I was like, it can't be more than that. The gentleman who stopped and the son, they were able to get him over in the scooter to the entrance of the neighborhood by the time I was able to pull around, and we get him loaded up. And, sorry, my arm was getting tired and I needed to switch. So, yeah, we get them loaded up, and we I follow him back to the apartment. The one guy who was stopped, he's like, "Are you sure you're good or whatever?" You know, he offered to come and help. And I was like, I think we got it. And so he was like, okay, well, he's like, I'm right over here. I've got to jump on a conference call, and then I'll, but just let me know if you need any help. And so, yeah, we get over there and unloaded and stuff, and the son asked me, well, how much do I owe you? And I was like, you don't owe me anything. He kind of looked shocked and stuff, and he's like, what, really? And I was like, no, it's just the neighborly thing to do. And he's like, but you offered to help before you even knew that we were neighbors. I was like, no, it's just, I was like, no, I get it, crap happens sometimes and you can't, it's just is what it is. I was like, it's the neighborly thing to do. You don't, he's like, wow. He's like, I don't know what to say, because he's like, I've issues before, and it's like, and then people offer to help, and then they help you, and they're like, well, aren't you going to pay me? And I've had instances like that too, and it shocks me that how it is, and it just made me think it's just things in general. I have not been feeling well. I have not been feeling myself. I have been struggling with a lot of things and just overwhelmed. And it was not what I had planned. And of course, it's like my first thoughts when everything first started to happen, of course, immediately go to what's wrong or this or that. But helping somebody out really helped me out, and just doing the right thing. I could have, and honestly, I'm tired, guys. I am just tired, and I am physically exhausted and just stuff, and I didn't want to. To be perfectly honest, at first I was like, my first thoughts were, oh great, what's going on? I had one more thing to distract me, and then finding out everything, my attitude quickly changed as soon as I found out what was going on. But, and I don't know, now I feel like I'm just rambling, and I don't even know if I'm getting a point, the original see, I'm tongue-tied even, not getting the point across of my original reason for doing this video. But the things that are going across my mind that I need to remind myself of, and encourage anyone out there that if they're having these same thoughts and feelings, that, you're not alone. That's part of the reason I started doing this stuff about mental health, physical health, and things is, sometimes we feel alone. And our heads can trick us that we're alone, despite us not being alone. And that's why I've gotten open about things. And anyways, I'm getting 14 minutes on this video. I need to up. It's longer than I had planned. And I know for me, the hardest part with my TBI and the frontal lobe damage things that I have is it ramps up my anxiety and impulse control and things, and it's just, and then the things that happened to me in September 2019 of the evil things that this person did to us, I have to be in control. I have to control every element around me, and that was my screw it. I don't know if this is ever going to see the light of day, but this is not going the way I wanted to. Middle of thought, and I completely blank and zone, and I'm so focused on trying not to lose my train of thought that I am losing my train of thought from it. I just want to say, anybody out there struggling, you're not alone. Don't let your head convince you that. Don't. My experiences might be uniquely different than, well, I know they're uniquely different. I mean, somebody could have a car tire blow up in their face and have somebody go postal on their house, and your head, it's going to be the trauma, injury, things that you experience is going to be completely different than mine. But you are not alone. And it is okay to struggle. It is okay to make mistakes. And it is okay to have a bad day. And it's kind of fitting that I'm holding my phone and the camera. I'm looking at myself. I am talking to myself when I say this, I am like far from perfect, and have a lot that I'm working on, and it just, hey, I haven't felt like shaving in 2.5 weeks. Just a lot of things, and sometimes the best thing you can do is just hang in there and hold on. If taking life one day at a time is too much, take it 1 hour at a time. Take it 15 minutes at a time. I mean, my catchphrase around my house is 15 minutes at a time. Just get through the next 15 minutes. All right, you made it through that. You can get through the next 15 minutes and just hang tough, hang in there. And as difficult as it may seem, don't let the bad times and the other things hold you back. You might get set back a little bit. I mean, I know there's times that happens to me and I have to take a step back. Take the step back. It's okay to go backwards. Maybe maybe that's why I'm inspired now to do a thing about, everybody talks about, keep moving forward, but sometimes it's okay to go backwards. Regroup, do whatever you got to do. Listen to me ramble on for almost 20 minutes and realize you're not as pathetic as you realize. Don't even know if that's going to come out right, but I don't know. If nothing else, this is just me being real for 20 minutes, and I hope somebody gets something out of it. If nothing else, it's a reminder to myself and me talking to myself. And anyways, well, I'll let you guys go with this. thank you for listening to my rant. If you're still even here after 20 minutes, I really do appreciate it. Maybe I can finally get on to finishing the rest of those videos I want to put out for you on a... Don't even know what to say, beat. Anyways. Thank you, guys. This is the Air Misfit signing out.